Hey folks, welcome to my Keto Cooking for Beginners series, and today we're doing the pork edition. Today we're going to make delicious pork medallions with an amazing mustard cream sauce. On the side of our main dish is going to be baked crispy Parmesan asparagus. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I definitely hope that you try out this recipe. Before we start, I have to talk about ButcherBox, you guys. They sent me a huge box of delicious and varied meats. They sent me beef, steak, pork, and chicken, and so I've used that steak and chicken and now today pork to create a series just for you guys. If you use my link down below, you'll get a box of your own. And the special that they're running is $20 off your first order and a package of free uncured smoked bacon with no sugar added. And on keto, we love bacon. Also, you'll get this nifty insulated bag so that you can take it to the grocery store to keep your fresh food fresh. Again, to get that deal, the link is down below in the description. Before we start, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Also, you're going to want to line a pan in foil. I always say life is a breeze when you broil or bake in foil. Now for this pork loin, what we're going to do first is season it, and I'm using Slap Ya Mama. You guys, they are not a sponsor. I just love Slap Ya Mama. This is the yellow blend. I really am a fan of the white blend. To me, it's just a little less salty, but that's just my opinion. But I'm at my mom's filming, and so that's what we had there. To season the pork, you're just gonna sprinkle that seasoning all over and then give it a nice rub down all over the pork loin. Have a non-stick skillet ready to go on a medium-high heat. You can use butter, but I'm kind of watching my calories now. But adding butter would add lots more flavor too. That's up to you, but I'm just gonna grill it on its own. Now using tongs, you're going to turn it so that you can sear it for about 2 minutes on each side. After you've seared that meat for 2 minutes on each side, go ahead and put it in your foil pan and stick that baby in the preheated 400-degree oven. Now to your hot pan, you're going to take a 1/4 cup of white wine. You can use broth or even in a pinch water. As that wine or broth or water is sizzling, go ahead and scrape the bottom of your pan gently to get all those delicious little bits of pork off the bottom. This is called the fond, and it's where all the flavor comes from. Next, turn your heat down to a low setting and let it cool down for a bit. Then you're going to add about a teaspoon of garlic. I like the pre-minced stuff for cooking just because it's easier to keep around. You know, when I have actual garlic cloves, they usually sprout before I get to use them all. Although if you are making a dish where you're not going to cook the garlic, definitely fresh would be better. Okay, then you're just going to let that garlic sizzle for a little bit. You definitely do not want to burn it. And you can even give it a mash with a big spoon just to release those aromas a little bit more. Okay, once you've simmered that garlic for about 2 minutes, then you're going to add a couple heaping tablespoons of mustard. Here I'm using the country mustard. It's got actual seeds in it, but I think Dijon would work even better, and the Dijon would probably give you a little bit more of a yellow tint to your sauce. This was just what I had lying around. It still works, but just the regular Dijon works really well too. Okay, so just mix in your mustard and your garlic and let it simmer together for a little bit, and then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of cream. First, to prep the asparagus, you're going to want to rinse it off, and then I like to take off the ends by snapping the asparagus. Some people cut off the ends, but I've noticed that if you just snap it naturally and discard the end, that works well too. So I'm just putting my asparagus into my pan, and then I'm taking a tablespoon of olive oil and I'm drizzling it all over the asparagus. And then I'm adding about 8 grams of grated Parmesan cheese. Now I like to grate my own cheese just because the block of Parmesan lasts for so long in the fridge. I mean, this block has been in my fridge for about 6 months. And usually pre-shredded cheeses will have starches and carby additives added to them. Then you're going to mix everything together. I'm just using my hands because it's easiest. And then those asparagus are going to go in the oven for about 20 minutes. Once your pork is ready, you're going to pull it out of the oven and slice it into medallions. I usually make my slices about 1/4 inch thick. Then you're going to drizzle your delicious, tasty, tangy mustard sauce over your medallions, and then just add on your side asparagus. This is probably the recipe that I've made most out of this entire Cooking for Beginners series for keto. I learned it years ago, and I love pork. It's a leaner meat that's really flavorful. And this mustard sauce, I mean, I do variations on it. I've done my lemon sauce. You can make a rosé sauce with just adding some tomato paste. So it's a really easy sauce to change based on what you're eating or even just what your tastes are. Now the muscle and I filmed all of these videos in one day, so we had so much to eat. So we didn't get to eat the pork right away, but I waited about an hour later after I went back to our apartment and I tried it. And you guys, even room temperature, it was so good and so tasty, and it just kind of melted in my mouth. And then that mustard sauce on top just added so much flavor and brought out more flavors of the pork. The asparagus were really good too. I've actually never done Parmesan baked asparagus. I've always wanted to try, and I figured, hey, that sounds easy. Let me do it for my beginner video, and it really is. I was a beginner at that asparagus, and it was so easy and so good. So definitely give that a try if you've never tried it. Again, thanks so much to ButcherBox, you guys. I mean, they really sent me lots of meats and kind of inspired me to do this series because they sent me the steak, the chicken, and the pork. The steak was amazing, the chicken was so juicy, and then the pork was just full of flavor. I mean, it is way better than what I get usually at Walmart. You guys know I'm simple and I'm usually on a budget, so I usually shop at Walmart, but this was just amazing and so delicious. Again, if you want this amazing insulated cool bag that is filled with meats delivered to your door and a free package of bacon, don't forget to use my link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoy this recipe and that you enjoy this series and that maybe you're learning a little something too, because I'll be honest, I didn't really know how to cook anything until a few years ago. Like, the best I could do was bake some chicken plainly in the oven. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. It really helps me out a lot. And if you want to find me on Instagram, my name is keto_Allie. Also, I have a blog. It's alliemcwowie.com, and you can find me on Facebook as well. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Allie. Have a good one. Bye.